And whoever lies against the final hour, we have prepared a blazing flame for him. إِذَا رَأَتْهُمْ مِنْ مَكَانٍ بَعِيدٍ. When the fire, usually Allah talks about when they see the fire, huh? This ayah talks about when the fire sees them. When the fire sees them, coming from afar, مِنْ مَكَانٍ بَعِيدٍ سَمِعُوا لَهَا. They will listen to it. تَغَيُّضًا. It's basically a piercing, ferocious roar, تَغَيُّض. An angry roar. You know, there's a lion in a cage and it's been kept hungry, and then the zookeepers, they bring the meat from a distance. The lion starts making noise or no? Starts yelling and screaming. Gets aggressive. It's going to attack that meat. The fire sees these people coming from a distance. مِن مَكَانٍ بَعِيدٍ. And some even imply that this is not even going to happen on the Day of Judgment. The fire's already watching them, walking towards them from a distance. Right now they're a little far, and they're making their way closer, and it's already starting to roar. وَزَفِيرًا. And it's going to exhale. Like the angry animal does before it attacks. وَإِذَا أُلْقُوا مِنْهَا. And when some of it is thrown on top, when they're thrown into some part of it, مَكَانًا ضَيِّقًا. Into a tight corner of it, ضَيِّق, tight, مُقَرَّنِينَ, chained up, دَعَوْا هُنَالِكَ ثُبُورًا. Right then and there, the moment they're thrown in, they say, please kill us now. ثُبُورًا. Thubur in Arabic is used for a violent death, for a wound to worsen until it can't be recovered. أَهْلَكَ إِهْلَاكًا لَا يَنْتَعِشُ بَعْدَهُ. He's killed, he's dead, and he's killed in a way or destroyed in a way that he can't recover after that. They say, please, just let the torture end, kill me now. They haven't been tortured extensively. دَعَوْا هُنَالِكَ means the moment they're thrown, إِذَا أُلْقُوا مِنْهَا, the very moment they're thrown, they beg, please, just kill me now. Kill me now. In 30th juz we're going to learn, they haven't even thrown in and they say, kill me now. And in this surah, they go inside and they say again, please, just kill me now. لَا تَدْعُوا الْيَوْمَ ثُبُورًا. Don't call, don't request, don't beg for immediate death today. واحدا, just once. Don't just ask for one death. وَدْعُوا ثُبُورًا كَثِيرًا. Ask for lots and lots and lots of violent death. One won't cover it. قُلْ أَذَلِكَ خَيْرٌ. Tell them, is that better? أَمْ جَنَّةُ الْخُلْدِ. Or the gardens that remain forever. The gardens of permanence means the gardens that remain forever. الَّتِي وُعِدَ الْمُتَّقُونَ. The ones that people of taqwa have been promised. And by the way, gardens of permanence adds a new dimension to جَنَّاتٍ تَجْرِي مِن تَحْتِهَا الْأَنْهَارُ خَالِدِينَ فِيهَا. They'll remain in it. Usually خَالِدِينَ فِيهَا implies you're going to be in it forever. Jannatul Khuld implies something else, something in addition, which means the gardens remain green forever. They don't have seasons where they run out of leaves, where they don't produce fruit. They're permanently lush. They're always beautiful. الَّتِي وُعِدَ الْمُتَّقُونَ. The ones that have been promised to those who protected themselves. The word muttaqun is always in a particular context. The previous ayah talked about something very scary. The next ayah says, it's been promised to those who protect themselves. First context would be not just protect themselves from the rage of Allah, or the disappointment of Allah, or haram, protect themselves from the fire that's just been described. The torture that's just been described. كَانَتْ لَهُمْ جَزَاءً وَمَصِيرًا. It's going to be a compensation for them, and a place they keep going back to. لَهُمْ فِيهَا مَا يَشَاءُونَ خَالِدِينَ. They're going to have in it whatever they want. Always. Permanently. كَانَ عَلَى رَبِّكَ وَعْدًا مَسْئُولًا. That is a promise mandated upon Allah. That has been asked about. Mas'ula. Meaning Allah, people keep asking, Ya Allah, fulfill your promise. Ya Allah, give us that Jannah. You promised us this Jannah. It's a question, or it's a promise asked a lot about, and Allah says it's mandated on me. I'll make sure I take care of you. وَيَوْمَ يَحْشُرُهُمْ. And the day on which we're going to herd them. وَمَا يَعْبُدُونَ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ. And everything they used to worship other than Allah. Ma here is used as an expression of anger against the things they worship, because the things they worship sometimes were people too. They sometimes worshipped awliyaullah, sometimes they worshipped angels, sometimes they worshipped people like Isa alayhi salam. But Allah says, whatever they worshipped, idols or people, I'll bring all of them together, along with them. فَيَقُولُ Then Allah is going to say to those who were worshipped, the angels, Isa alayhi salam, some awliya of Allah, these kinds of people, Allah is going to gather some, and these are righteous people. Allah is going to ask them, أَنْتُمْ أَضْلَلْتُمْ عِبَادِي هَؤُلَاء You misled my slaves, these slaves of mine, you misled them? أَمْ هُمْ ضَلُّوا السَّبِيلِ Or was it the case that they themselves went off the path? They did themselves go the wrong way. قَالُوا سُبْحَانَكَ They said, you are too perfect. In other words, you're too perfect for us to ever do something like that. You're way above that kind of thing. مَا كَانَ يَنْبَغِي لَنَا أَن نَتَّخِذَ مِن دُونِكَ مِنْ أَوْلِيَاءَ It was never ever appropriate for us that we should take ourselves, besides you, any protective friends. We weren't the protective friends. We couldn't even think of protective friends for ourselves except you. How can we offer ourselves as such? وَلَكِنْ مَتَّعْتَهُمْ Look at this rationale that the righteous offer on the Day of Judgment. The people who were done shirk with. وَلَكِنْ مَتَّعْتَهُمْ وَآبَاءَهُمْ No, but you, Ya Allah, you gave them so much in this world. And their ancestors. You let them survive. You let them live generation after generation. حَتَّى نَسُوا الذِّكْرَ Until they forgot the remembrance. Meaning when you have a lot of enjoyment in life, and it's been passed down, like they say old money and new money. They're talking about old money. You hook them up and their ancestors, in other words, they had wealth and they used that wealth to make more wealth. And they were brought up in wealth, so many of them, and in luxury. What that does is it makes you feel like, I don't need anything. I have everything I need. And if you don't need anything, then you're never going to look for the one who everyone needs. Al-Ghani. لَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا You're never going to even look for him. These people didn't feel the need for Allah. حَتَّى نَسُوا الذِّكْرَ Until they forgot the remembrance. وَكَانُوا قَوْمًا بُورًا And they were a nation that were slowly heading their way to bankruptcy. Bur actually means destruction of merchandise. It's a particular word, destruction of merchandise. Like somebody ran a store, they opened a business, and that business keeps going down year after year after year, but they're holding on to it anyway. But Allah says, this is an interesting parallel, right? Because right now in the same ayah, Allah said these people are very rich. The people on the Day of Judgment say you gave them a lot. But they were a nation that was slowly heading towards destruction. They didn't even realize that every passing day they're heading towards the kind of bankruptcy that can't even be imagined. فَقَدْ كَذَّبُوكُمْ بِمَا تَقُولُونَ Then Allah turns to those criminals, those people who did do shirk, and says, well, they've lied against you. They've denied you. They're saying you guys are liars. They're calling you liars. That's takdeeb. The people who you worshipped, those awliya, I just interrogated them as you saw, and they're saying they had nothing to do with this. They're calling you people liars. بِمَا تَقُولُونَ About everything that you're saying. They're saying it's all a lie. فَمَا تَسْتَطِيعُونَ صَرْفًا Then you're not going to be able now to leave, to get away, to ward it off. وَلَا نَصْرًا Nor can you find any counsel, any legal counsel, any aid, any protection. وَمَنْ يَظْلِمْ مِنْكُمْ And whoever would do wrong among you, نُذِقْهُ عَذَابًا كَبِيرًا The last part of this ayah is actually dunya again. So it's like this scene on Judgment Day, and now Allah pulls back and says, now that I've given you a glimpse on what's going to happen on Judgment Day, whoever does wrong among you, we will make him taste a huge punishment. Did you get that? It's like, how sometimes the teacher, like I remember this in health class. In health class, they showed us like the lungs of this kid who smoked a lot, right? And they deteriorated, and it was like a really ugly thing, right? So he shows the video. The teacher shows the video. Then he pauses the video and says, are you guys going to smoke? Because if you're going to smoke, this exact thing is going to happen. Signs don't change. Right? This is like that. The ayah paused, it played this video. If you go from the beginning of the ayah, فَقَدْ كَذَّبُوكُمْ بِمَا تَقُولُونَ فَمَا تَسْتَطِيعُونَ صَرْفًا وَلَا نَصْرًا Up until now, that's the scene on Judgment Day. Then Allah pulls back and brings us back to the dunya. By the way, that scene, whoever is wrong among you is not going to be an exception. We will make him taste a huge punishment. This is teaching technique.